Have you ever encountered someone with walls built so high it seems impossible to break through? They move through the world with guarded hearts, seemingly incapable of giving or receiving love. It's a perplexing and often disheartening experience. Love, in all its forms, stands as a cornerstone of the human experience. It binds us, fuels our spirits, and gives meaning to our interactions. The desire to convince someone to open their heart to love stems from compassion. The reasons why someone might struggle to love others are as varied as the individuals themselves. Life experiences, particularly those that leave us wounded and guarded, can profoundly shape our capacity for emotional connection. Past traumas and broken trust can create formidable barriers. Family dynamics play a pivotal role in shaping our understanding of love. Children raised in environments devoid of warmth may struggle to express love later in life. Early experiences create a blueprint for relationships. Social circles and cultural norms also shape our perspectives on love. Imagine a child who grows up witnessing constant conflict, their home a battleground of anger and resentment, or perhaps a young heart that experiences the sting of betrayal from someone they held dear. These early encounters with pain can leave invisible scars, shaping the way we perceive and interact with love throughout our lives. When trust is shattered, particularly in those formative years, it can be incredibly challenging to rebuild. The world can start to feel like an unsafe place, and emotional vulnerability can seem fraught with risk. As a defense mechanism, some individuals may retreat behind walls of emotional detachment, shielding themselves from potential heartache. Past wounds can manifest in various ways. Some may struggle to form deep, meaningful connections, fearing that history will repeat itself. Others might develop a cynical view of love, dismissing it as a fleeting emotion destined to fade. The pain of the past can cast a long shadow, making it difficult to embrace the possibility of love's healing touch. It's crucial to remember that these defensive mechanisms, while seemingly counterintuitive, are often unconscious attempts to protect oneself from further pain. Recognizing this underlying motivation is essential when approaching individuals who have built these emotional fortresses. Judgment and criticism will only serve to reinforce their defenses. Fear, a powerful emotion deeply ingrained in our survival instincts, can also play a significant role in inhibiting love. The fear of rejection, the fear of vulnerability, the fear of being hurt. These anxieties can hold us captive, preventing us from taking the necessary risks that come with opening our hearts. For some, the fear of rejection is so profound that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. They may avoid emotional intimacy altogether, convinced that they are unworthy of love or destined to be abandoned. This fear-driven avoidance can create a vicious cycle, perpetuating feelings of loneliness and isolation. Others may struggle with the fear of vulnerability. Letting someone see our true selves, flaws and all, can feel incredibly exposing. What if they don't like what they see? What if our vulnerability is used against us? These fears can lead individuals to keep others at arm's length, carefully controlling the depth of their emotional engagement. Overcoming fear's grip on the heart requires courage, compassion, and a willingness to confront those deeply ingrained anxieties. It's a gradual process that involves taking small steps, building trust, and challenging negative self-beliefs. Creating a safe and supportive environment where vulnerability is met with empathy and understanding is paramount. Our early experiences with love particularly within our families of origin, shape our understanding of what love is and how it should be expressed. If those early models were distorted or unhealthy, we may carry those misconceptions into our adult relationships, struggling to recognize or cultivate genuine love. Imagine a child who grows up witnessing a love fueled by control and manipulation, where affection is conditional and used as a bargaining chip. Or perhaps a young person raised in an emotionally neglectful environment, where love is unspoken and warmth is absent. These experiences can create a warped perception of love, making it difficult to distinguish between healthy and unhealthy expressions. As adults, we may find ourselves drawn to familiar patterns, even if those patterns are harmful. We may mistake intensity for intimacy, control for care, or drama for passion. Unraveling these ingrained beliefs and recognizing the difference between love and its counterfeits is essential for breaking free from destructive cycles. Healing from the wounds of distorted love often requires professional guidance. Therapy can provide a safe and supportive space to explore these deeply rooted patterns, challenge unhealthy beliefs, and develop a more realistic and fulfilling understanding of love. In a world that can often feel harsh and unforgiving, it's understandable that some individuals choose to protect themselves by keeping love at bay. They may have experienced profound loss, endured soul-crushing betrayal, or simply grown weary of the emotional rollercoaster that love can bring. For these individuals, emotional detachment becomes a shield, a way to navigate the complexities of human connection without risking further pain. They may prioritize logic over emotion, independence over intimacy, and self-sufficiency over vulnerability. While this approach may provide a sense of control and security, it comes at a cost. The price of self-protection is often loneliness. While these individuals may appear stoic and self-assured, beneath the surface lies a longing for connection, a yearning for the warmth and intimacy that love can bring. However, the fear of being hurt again can be so overwhelming that it keeps them trapped in a state of emotional isolation. Approaching someone who has built these walls requires patience, empathy, and a willingness to meet them where they are. Pushing for vulnerability will only backfire, reinforcing their belief that love is synonymous with pain. Instead, focus on building trust, demonstrating respect for their boundaries, and offering a listening ear without judgment. The question of whether or not loving others constitutes a crime is complex, fraught with moral considerations. It seems absurd to criminalize an emotion, to dictate the state of one's heart through legal means. Our justice systems address tangible harms, actions that infringe upon the rights and safety of others. Love resides in the realm of the intangible, within the privacy of our hearts. Yet, the absence of love can have profound consequences, impacting those around us. A lack of empathy and compassion can manifest in harmful behaviors. Neglect and emotional abuse can stem from emotional detachment. Societal harmony relies on empathy and cooperation. Love fosters these qualities, encouraging us to recognize the humanity in others. When love is absent, it can create indifference, prejudice, and violence. Criminalizing the lack of love is neither feasible nor desirable. Our responsibility lies in fostering a culture that values empathy and connection. By nurturing these qualities, we create an environment where love can flourish. While the impact of love's absence cannot be ignored, It's crucial to respect the autonomy of individuals to make choices about their own emotional lives. We cannot force someone to feel love, nor can we dictate how they should express it. Each person has the right to define their own emotional boundaries. Some may show love through actions rather than words. Others may have experienced deep emotional wounds. Attempting to coerce someone into feeling or expressing love is disrespectful. Genuine connection cannot be forced. It must be freely given. Our focus should be on creating an environment where they feel safe to be themselves. This approach requires empathy, patience, and a willingness to meet people where they are. Emotional withdrawal in close relationships can have far-reaching consequences. Families and friendships thrive on mutual love and support. Imbalances and tensions impact the well-being of the entire unit. Lack of emotional warmth fosters loneliness and isolation. Children may develop insecure attachment styles. Friendships suffer when love is absent. True friendship is built on mutual care and empathy. Show up with love and compassion in our interactions. Family, ideally, should be a haven of unconditional love, a safe harbour where we can be our most authentic selves, without fear of judgment or rejection. It's within the intricate tapestry of familial bonds that we first learn to navigate the complexities of love, to give and receive affection, and to develop a sense of belonging. However, when love is absent or distorted within the family unit, it can transform this sanctuary into a fortress, its walls built high with bricks of silence, resentment, and unmet needs. Children, especially vulnerable to these emotional currents, may grow up feeling unseen, unheard, or unworthy of love. The absence of love within a family can manifest in myriad ways. It might take the form of emotional neglect, where warmth and affection are scarce, leaving children feeling invisible and insignificant. It could manifest as conditional love, where approval and acceptance are contingent upon meeting certain expectations, creating a constant undercurrent of pressure and inadequacy. In some instances, the lack of love might be masked by overprotection and control, a misguided attempt to shield family members from pain by limiting their freedom and autonomy. While these actions may stem from a place of good intention, they ultimately stifle growth, independence, and the development of healthy emotional boundaries. Friendship, a sacred bond forged in shared experiences, laughter, and unwavering support. True friends offer a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and a safe space to be vulnerable. However, when trust is shattered, it can leave us reeling with profound pain. Betrayal by a friend cuts deep, shaking our faith in human connection. The aftermath of betrayal can be incredibly isolating. Healing requires time, compassion, and confronting complex emotions. Rebuilding trust after emotional wounds requires acknowledging the hurt and creating a safe space for honest conversations. Forgiveness is personal and doesn't condone harmful behavior, but releases anger's grip. Healing is a spiral journey, revisiting past hurts with newfound resilience. Cultural norms shape our expressions of love, from open affection to subtle gestures. Misunderstandings arise when different cultural backgrounds clash. Developing cultural sensitivity fosters understanding and bridges divides. Our beliefs shape our experiences of love. Negative beliefs can sabotage relationships, while positive beliefs foster deep connections. Examining and reframing limiting beliefs paves the way for love to blossom. Our social environment influences our capacity for love. Positive relationships create fertile ground for our hearts to flourish. Cultivating a supportive social landscape requires conscious effort and setting boundaries. Love can be a clash between the heart's desires and the mind's reservations. Past traumas and mental health challenges shape our responses to love. Seeking professional support helps bridge the gap between heart and mind. Love nourishes our souls and connects us to something larger. It reduces stress, boosts immunity, and contributes to longevity. Love enriches our lives with meaning, purpose, and joy. Love exists on a spectrum, with no single path to connection. Small acts of kindness weave a tapestry of connection. Embracing vulnerability and empathy fosters genuine connections. Small acts of love and kindness can transform lives. Nurturing empathy and compassion within ourselves creates a ripple effect. We become beacons of love, inspiring others to do the same. Small acts of love and kindness have profound impacts. Random acts of kindness brighten days and restore faith in humanity. Authentic connections plant seeds of love, hope, and healing. Encouraging love requires understanding and empathy. Approach others with curiosity, not judgment, to create genuine connections. Small acts of kindness weave a tapestry of connection, fostering love in unexpected places.